Another way to break apart a distribution is percentiles. And percentiles are just a more precise form of quartiles. So percentiles are the value of a variable below which a certain percent of observations fall. For quartiles, Q1 is the 25th percentile. 25% of values are below Q1 and 75% are above Q1. With Q2, the median, 50% are below and 50% are above. So that's the 50th percentile. And Q3 is the 75th percentile. 75% is below and 25% is above. Percentiles, though, just let you choose which percent you want. So if we take our same set of data, if we want to calculate percentile the same way that Google Sheets does, we do it with the same idea that we apply to the quartiles. We need an index number, so n minus 1 times p, which is your percentile, plus 1. Let's do an example. Let's find the 12.5th percentile. So we want to know what result, let's say these are test scores. We want to know what score would be higher than 12.5% of all other scores. That's what a percentile is. It tells us where we kind of rank in the data set. So we have 12 numbers, n is 12. Our percentile, 12.5% in decimal form, is 0.125. So the index number is 12 minus 1 times 0.125 plus 1, which is 2.375. Then what that tells us is we're somewhere between the second and third value. We're 0.375 of the way towards that third value. So to find the percentile value, we take our remainder, our decimals, 0.375, and we multiply that by the difference between the third and second value and add that second value. So we take our second value, which we're getting from our 2.375, that's 21, and we add our remainder to it times the third value of 33 minus 21, and that gives us 25.5. So if you were taking a test and you scored a 25.5, that's the 12.5th percentile in this set of data, in this data set. And so that means that 25.5 is a score that's higher than 12.5% of all possible scores, or all scores that we see. Let's do another one. Let's do another example. Let's find the 60th percentile. So here n is still 12, but now p is 0.6. 60% in decimal form is 0.6, which gives us an index value of 7.6. That tells us we're between the 7th and 8th value. And so to find the percentile value, we take our remainder of 0.6, and we take the 7th value, 59, plus 0.6 times the difference between the 8th and 7th value, and that gives us 70.4. So that means if this is our data set and we give someone a test, we say, all right, 12 people have taken the test, these are the 12 scores, and then somebody takes the test and they score 70.4, that would be the 60th percentile. That would mean they scored higher than about 60% of the data that we have, or of the other test takers, and lower than 40% of the previous test takers. So you may have taken a standardized test before and gotten results and they tell you, oh, you were in the 80th percentile. That means you scored higher than 80% of everybody who took the test. So percentiles are a nice way of understanding where certain observations would lie in a distribution.